Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the LifeVantage Opportunity webinar overview. We are super excited. My name is Dr. Dondee, and this is Marci Nettles. We are part of LifeVantage, an amazing multi-million-dollar company that is global, that maybe and perhaps you've never heard about. Well, we're going to get into all that and a bunch more. But before we do, let us start by kind of explaining how we became your presenters tonight. As I said, my name is Dr. Dondee Nettles, but I'm not seeing patients anymore. In fact, it's been about 9 years since I've seen patients. And the reason why is because now I'm a full-time dad. But let me give you the story on how that began. When I first saw the information that we're going to share with you a little over 10 years ago, I was at a place in my life where professionally, very successful. We had the fourth largest practice, chiropractic practice in the state of Arizona, seeing between 350 and 500 patients a week. I was an AM talk radio show host every Saturday from noon to 1 on 2 AM stations here in the Phoenix Valley of over 5 million people. And while on the outside, everything was fantastic, what you didn't realize, though, is in private, everything was in chaos because I never saw my family. With the demands of my practice and my radio show, it was about 80 to 90 hours a week outside my home. And when you have young children and a marriage, that usually doesn't end well. And a 28-year relationship ended when my son was 3 and my daughter was less than a year old. That's about the time I saw this information. It gave me hope that I could turn around in my life and be able to provide for my family while being in their presence, not just hearing about this fictitious father figure that my children were supposedly having. And so when I saw this information after a year, I sold my practice. I became a full-time stay-at-home dad, a full-time network marketer, and met my beautiful wife, Marci, through this business. And now, just by way of comparison, from the 350 to 500 people a week that I was helping here only in the Phoenix Valley, and only when my practice was open, it's now 40,000 people per day in almost 20 countries around the world, and it never stops. And it's an amazing way to bless the world and be a father to my children rather than, like I said, this fictitious person.
Yes. And for me, this is the first time I've ever done network marketing, and I'm super excited about it. Previously, I actually used to be a police officer. I loved it. I was really good at it. It was exciting. I never got bored, and I was serving a purpose. I thought I had a purpose to serve people, and I made good money. What I didn't like is that at the time that I went through the law enforcement academy, my kids were only 6 and 9. And so I had to make the same decisions that many of you have to make every single day. When do you go to work to be able to pay your bills? And when do you get to be home to be that parent to these children that you wanted to have? I had the opportunity to choose to work graveyards. And so I worked while my kids were sleeping. And that meant that I was always home when they got home from school. But I was always really exhausted and so never fully present. So I still feel like I missed out on a lot of their growing up years. Something else that I didn't like about having to work was that someone else would get my time. They would value it at what they felt it was worth before they would write a check so I could pay my bills. And at any given time, guys, something can happen that can take your ability to go to work away from you. And that's what happened in August of 2009 when I was in a car accident on duty that ended my career that fast. I ended up with a brain injury, several herniated discs that required surgery. And that was the last time I could give my time to the police department that I worked for to get a paycheck to pay my bills. I started going through a lot of loss, obviously with my mind and with the pain that I was in with my body, but not being able to pay my bills added additional stress into a marriage that was already poor. And we went through a divorce. We lost a house, and I ended up going through some pretty severe depression. Went in and saw my doctor, came out with some additional prescription medications that had warning labels on them that said may cause suicidal tendencies. And I proceeded to have 4 suicide attempts before my very dear friends were introduced to this amazing opportunity that we're going to share information with you on. And when I saw it, I had hope for the first time in 18 months since my accident that there was purpose for me and that I could get my body and mind working at a much higher level than it was. And what I found since that time is, as Dondee said, it was the perfect vehicle that drove me up to the doorstep of the most amazing man in the world for me. But then it's also introduced us to so many other people that have the same desires, goals, dreams, wanting more in their life. And we're able to help them get it if they're willing to be part of a team, coachable, trainable, and do the work that's necessary to build an additional stream of income. So that's why we're here tonight with you guys. We're here to share with you the ultimate biohacker's guide and how you can take control of your own biology and build a business with LifeVantage.
Yes, participating in this thing called the new gig economy. And if you're not familiar with that terminology, it simply means capitalizing in an entrepreneurial way on the opportunities that lie before you, like Uber did. Uber changed the entire rules of the game, made whoever wanted to go somewhere use their cell phone device rather than calling a number, talking to a dispatcher. They use their cell phone device to call a car, and a car shows up because they had a device, and it changed the way transportation works, and it's become a global, it's even become a verb. I'm going to Uber to the next place. Airbnb has done the same thing. It put home ownership and room rentership in the hands of people with cell phones and spare rooms, so that you don't have to go to a Hilton to find a place to stay, or a Holiday Inn, or whatever your budget is. You could have your own guest room and use your phone and make some money on the side. That's called capitalizing on being an entrepreneur. Well, let's look at how that's been done on a grand scale with Facebook. 2.4 billion people use Facebook every single day to communicate, and Amazon, let's just be honest, with e-commerce, it's changed the way the entire world shops in 2-day increments with free shipping. But that's called capitalizing on a business. We're going to talk more about that in this business that we're talking about with LifeVantage, because we also use our cell phones.
So this is not the only new technology that is changing the way that we look at the world. There's actually new technology that we can use to help us be more well. That we can actually take control of our own DNA. And it's called Nutrigenomics. And basically what it is it's the scientific study of the interaction of nutrition and genes, especially with regard to the prevention or treatment of disease. So we're going to be sharing a lot of information, including tons of third-party validation, starting with the Today Show. They said the latest trend in nutrition isn't a fad diet, a newly discovered supplement. It's your DNA. Fox News said Nutrigenomics is changing everything. Where we once thought we were powerless is now an area over which we have at least some control. The ability to use nutrition to affect our genes means that we're no longer at the mercy of our DNA. And guys, the projected market for Nutrigenomics is expected to reach over $17 billion spent by 2023, and we are pioneering this new technology.
Now, with this new technology, and with these new choices, we have options to live life at a higher rate of efficiency than we ever have before. And we're used to this thing called hijacking. Though you may not have used those words and didn't even know it was happening, it's when something happens to us and it's outside of our control, or it's used as a destructive purpose. But most of us have been doing this voluntarily. So think about the physical hijacking that we do. Because of how the economy has changed, people are now working 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet, where one job 10 years ago was able to do it. So they're working way more than their body was designed to. Or how about just emotionally? Because of the financial stress that comes along with that, people are running out of money before they're running out of month, and they're having to make other choices. Well, that just brings on all kinds of stress. And biochemically, there's preservatives and food dyes and all kinds of things that should never go in food. Check your pantry and call me a liar. It's just one of those things that we just don't understand. Well, now we have this opportunity to apply a little common sense with a direction and become biohackers. Well, maybe you're not familiar with that term either, but I guarantee you are one. If you've ever opted for maybe some apple wedges instead of French fries for your children's Happy Meal, you're a biohacker and you just didn't even know it. So what is a biohacker? It's literally taking control of your own biology by making some common sense choices to optimize your true genetic potential. And in doing so, becoming the best version of yourself. Now, what is nutrigenomics? Like Marci said, it's the research on how nutrients and natural compounds affect your genes. Watch this 2-minute video on how 2 technologies we've brought to market on how this biohacking system works.
Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now gently exhale. Ironically, while oxygen is necessary for all human life, it is also the element that is at the root of the aging process. That's because oxidative stress, which is a toxic level of reactive oxygen in your cells, is one of the primary causes of cell damage and the adverse effects of aging. It's almost as if your cells were slowly rusting from the inside. There's no stopping the process, but as with rust, there are ways to slow it down, to inhibit the aging process, and even reverse oxidative stress. It's called Nutrigenomics, the science of using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to affect gene behavior and attack the root causes of aging. Another root cause of aging is the depletion of mitochondria in your cells as you age. Mitochondria that are the powerhouses or engines of your cells. Nutrigenomics delivers a one-two punch that creates stronger cells that are better equipped to fight the effects of aging by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants and using the NRF1 pathway to boost mitochondrial production, which inhibits the aging process and increases the energy level in your cells. Aging is inevitable. The rust comes back. The engine loses some power. But now we don't have to take aging lying down. LifeVantage's study of nutrigenomics fights the root causes of aging to help people look and feel younger naturally. LifeVantage, at the forefront of nutrigenomics.
So good.
Oh my gosh, who of us do not want to look, feel, and perform better, right? Okay, let's move forward here. Go. There we go. Awesome. And we're not going to be asking you to spend any more money than what you're already spending now, because there's 6 different markets that we have these amazing biohacking products in. We're going to be talking about an anti-aging market, the skincare market, hair care, pet care, energy, and weight loss. Over $600 billion is already being spent in these 6 different areas.
So I want to talk to the entrepreneurs that are here. We're going to talk about some amazing products, but I want you guys to understand today is an important day. Today is when the Women's World Cup started. An international soccer tournament that only happens every 4 years. The USA is the defending champs from 2015, and viewership is up 70% from 4 years ago. Wow. And get this, live streaming is up 375%. So when you take, I'm getting chills, when you take the #1 most popular sport in the world and you talk about advertising, sports advertising, and you put a company like this, the company name on the front of an MLS jersey, it draws attention. So the entrepreneurs is who I'm talking to right now. This is how our product line began. Protandim, back in the early 2000s, they combined 5 natural plant ingredients that you see at the bottom there to create this thing, this amazing thing called a reaction inside your body, where the body literally protects itself. So we've heard of antioxidants before. We know they're great, but we never previously, until science combined these 5 plants, knew and realized we could turn on that system within our own bodies. So the body is working on its own behalf by reducing its own stress. Now, regardless of the kind of stress, when you remove it, there's just more efficiency. That's what this is. And for the first time in scientific history, the National Institute on Aging has determined that this product that you see right there, Protandim, the NRF2 Synergizer, is the only natural product ever proven to extend life. And it's not my opinion. It's fact. It's rooted in science. And if you see there at the bottom right corner, the BSCG and the NSF, third-party endorsements like no other. That's where it started, but you don't have to take my word for it. There's published science behind this. And let me clarify something. Published science on the finished product, not on an ingredient in the product. The finished product itself now has 26 peer-reviewed and published journals in medical journals like the Journal of Free Radical Biology and Medicine, or the Journal of Molecular Aspects of Medicine, or Circulation, the American Heart Association journal. And you can see it all at pubmed.gov. And it's not just done by people you've never heard of. It's done at universities like Harvard, where there's wicked smart scientists there. But maybe science isn't your deal. Maybe it's more important what happens in media coverage. Well, NBC, Wall Street Journal did a cover story. The Today Show, as Marci said, profiled it. It was on ABC News, and she'll talk more about that broadcast. PBS did an entire series called Health Journal, and Dr. Phil, yes, Dr. Phil, had Donny Osmond on the show talking about that finished product right there called Protandim. And again, to the entrepreneurs and protecting intellectual property, if you look at the bottom of your screen, there's 7 U.S. patents issued, not patent pending, patent issued on our all-natural product there, which is a first. Now, let's talk about the sister product, Protandim, the NRF1 Synergizer. Who's ever met somebody or heard of somebody, or maybe it's you, that when the alarm clock goes off in the morning, you hit the snooze, and then you hit the snooze, and then you hit the snooze because you're not ready to take on the day because you're tired. Well, hello, you just woke up. You shouldn't have an energy deficit. Maybe it's not because you're running low on caffeine. Maybe it's you're running low on cellular energy. If you look at the 5 ingredients there at the bottom, you put those things together, it increases the cellular energy within your cells. So maybe the double latte or frappuccino isn't something you need today. It's dealing with the energy at the source, the mitochondria within your cells, and again, NSF and BSCG approved. Well, now let's talk about your gut, because we all eat, right? 3 squares a day is what they say, right? It's not what you eat that matters. It's what you digest that matters. Now, eating is important. You want to make sure you eat nutritious foods, but if your body can't digest it, it's just wasting money. So how do we deal with that directly? Probiotics. Our product called ProBio is not like any other probiotic. The design is round, not oblong, so it doesn't get stuck on its way down. It goes, and it's got a coating on it so it gets through your stomach without being digested. Why would that be important? Because the bacteria that gets down into your gut is what helps your body metabolize and digest the food that you eat. So the organic fruits and vegetables that you just had is going to be utilized to rebuild you tomorrow. Now look at the pie charts down below. 60% of the bacteria that you put in your mouth with our ProBio product gets to the end destination versus only 4 of the average brand. So 15 times more powerful than the best things on the market. That's why it's important. Now let's tie it all together. How about your brain? How about your heart? How about your skin? This is where omega fatty acids come in, specifically omega-3 and omega-7s. Now, maybe some of you are already having the effect like, oh my God, you're having nightmares about the last time you tried fish oil because you can still smell the burps and you still get warned about it when anybody in your family knows you're taking it. This is and it's a valid concern. I don't mean to be gross, but stinky fish burps are a real byproduct of bad or rancid or improperly harvested fish oil. So, or you may have one that doesn't give you the fish burps, but it says right on the label, purified to remove mercury. How about if there was no mercury there to begin with? So that's what separates our product from the rest, is that we have literally GPS locators where there is boat to bottle purity, because we pick the pristine oceans and the deep water harvested fish where we get it so that we don't have to remove the mercury, but we do put lemon oil in it so that when you do have burps, if you have burps, it's not stanky and your neighbors and your wife don't want to break up with you. It's just awesome. So because your brain, your heart, and your skin and your circulatory system are critically important to your going on another day.
So all the benefits and no stank.
No stanky burps.
So good.
Now, to round that all out, that's what we call our vitality stack, or better known as our daily core 4, starting with giving more efficiency to our overall cells, giving more energy to our overall cells, helping you digest the foods that you eat, and giving you better brain, cardiovascular, heart, and circulation system so that your body is as healthy as it could potentially be every single day. That's the vitality stack. So, oh my gosh, this right here is my favorite product. And hold on. I had to get a little bit of it in my body so that I could talk about it. It's called Axio, our Smart Energy. It's literally brain food. So we've combined natural ingredients to help your brain simply work better by communicating with your body at a higher rate of efficiency and giving you more mental clarity. Who would ever like to say that maybe at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when most people start head bobbing and they need to go drink a double soda to stay awake? You don't have to, because your brain is still clear. You have focus, concentration. How about a better mood? Anybody you know you'd like them to have a better mood? This is what they need right now. It is clean, it's green, it's vegan, it's all natural, non-GMO, no artificial color sweeteners or anything in it. And it's amazing. And because it has a decaf formula, anybody out there have any kids that have focus and concentration issues or mental acuity issues? That is what we're talking about. And again, BSCG approved, which stands for the Banned Substances Control Group. So no collegiate, professional, or Olympic athlete will do any dirty tests when they're drinking this. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for you and your family.
Seriously. And you know what, guys, I'm excited to start talking about the Physique Smart Weight Management System too, because now that you know about the Core 4 and how you can actually turn your body on for an optimal result, how about if we give you the tools that are going to help you accomplish the goals that you've always wanted, combined together with a healthy diet and an exercise plan? This Physique Smart Weight Management System is exactly what you've been looking for. Can you only imagine being able to lose inches and be able to fit into that swimsuit or into those clothes the way you'd like to again and have them be comfortable and not be too tight? That's exactly what this system can get you. Our Physique Prebiotic, this is actually food for that probiotic, and it helps you to feel less hungry while balancing your blood sugar levels. Then our Physique Fat Burn, this is one of my favorite products because what it does is it targets that difficult fat, that visceral fat that goes in and hugs your organs and can try to kill you, right? But instead, with our Fat Burn, you can break it down like boom, boom, boom into pieces that you can use as energy throughout the day and helps you to feel more energized. And then our Physique Protein Powder, now that we're burning all that fat, we got to make sure that we're protecting our lean muscle mass. And how about if we promote the growth of lean muscle mass with our protein powder? 18 grams of protein per serving. It only has 1 gram of sugar. And this is also a BSCG approved product. And guys, make sure that you ask the person that invited you to see this information to see the before and after photos of the people that have been participating in the last 90-day challenge. Oh my gosh, their results are phenomenal. Could you imagine what you could do in the next 6 weeks? Now moving into our True Science skincare and hair care regimens. I love this beauty system, and I actually don't love calling it a beauty system because it's a skincare regimen, because it's just as important for men to use this as it is for women. If you are interested in having younger looking skin, more luminous skin, how about smoother feeling skin? And hydration is such an important thing. I love it. Anybody can do this business, guys. Anybody. So this is a 4-part system that actually helps to protect your skin from the environmental assaults that it's going through every single day. It's also a number 2 on the Think Dirty app. And what that means is that it's clean and green. It's good for you and your skin, but it's also good for the environment, non-toxic. Then let's move into hair care. I mean, oh my gosh. How many of you can remember the last time you went into the hairdresser and got your hair cut and styled, or just got a haircut and came out and your hair is so soft and it feels amazing? Can you only imagine having hair salon hair every single day, like you just got out of the chair of the best stylist ever? Well, that's what our hair care system can do for you. It's going to give you the opportunity to have less hair breakage, increase your hair shine, increase your hair volume, reduce the dry scalp, as well as reducing your frizzy hair issues. This is also a very clean and green formula. This whole system actually just won a Silver Stevie Awards this year. So important for you to go check out what the Stevie Awards are, because it's a really big deal. NRF2 activating ingredients provide you with a nourished scalp, which healthy hair comes from a healthy scalp.
True story.
Yeah, and now let's get down to our 4-legged family members. So we've got Pet Tandem for dogs. This is basically our Pro Tandem NRF2 product formulated specifically for our canine family members. It's going to help them with a shinier coat, increased playfulness, more energy, supporting their joint health, hearing, and eyesight. And keep in mind that LifeVantage Pet Tandem is the very first product ever on the market that's going to reduce that damage inside your dog's cells, helping to extend their lives. It's amazing. If you have a family member that's a dog, it's a must. Get them started on Pet Tandem today.
So there you go. There is our entire biohacking catalog. So think to yourself, what part of your body and what part of your life expression from a health standpoint do you want to improve? That's what I thought.
Good question.
Get back to the person who sent you here and tell them the answer to that question. Oops, we went too far. So there you go. There is your biohacking starter kit from our Protandim NRF2 all the way to and including the Daily Core 4, and everywhere you go from there, depending upon what part of your body, in your body, on your body, you want looking tip-top shape.
Yeah, so let's continue talking business, okay? Dondee already brought up that we are the sponsors, the jersey sponsors of Real Salt Lake. So they play all over the nation as well as in other countries around the world. And what that means is that when they play in a stadium and people see that name of our company, LifeVantage, they don't know what it is. It is then the #1 Google searched item in that city that day. That means that we are getting advertisement about LifeVantage for people that have never even heard about us. That's why we like to say that we are the biggest small company that you've probably never heard of. So we've actually been around since 2003 selling that Protandim NRF2. We started out on store shelves, but because nobody understood the technology, we didn't sell very much at all. In 2005, that ABC Primetime Investigative Report aired. If you haven't seen it yet, ask to get it from the person that invited you here. Because what happened after that aired, oh my gosh, we had almost $5 million in orders overnight. Our stock went from like 6 cents, 2 cents, up to over $20 a share, and we started getting phone calls from all those scientists and researchers that wanted to use our finished product in their studies, in their laboratories, because they knew what oxidative stress was. So we started to get all of this attention. We knew that we needed to get our products into more people's hands, and we knew the store shelves was not the way to do it. So we decided that network marketing, word of mouth, was the best way to get this product into as many people's hands as possible. And we started that in 2009. You can go back and check out this whole story. We've been publicly traded since the very beginning. We're currently on the NASDAQ. Our ticker is LFVN. Please go check it out. And while you're doing that, you can also check out who our corporate leadership is. They are amazing. Just our top handful has well over 100+ years in experience in leading network marketing companies to billion-dollar companies. So this is where we're currently open for business. The top 2 rows of flags is where you can actually be distributors, or you can enroll your friends and family or the people that they know in these countries to do business with us. We are looking to open up in Greece and France as well here in the very near future. And then the Global Customer Program is the bottom row of flags. This is where people in these countries can actually order our products directly from someone that is representing LifeVantage, a distributor, and have our products shipped directly to their doors. They can become biohackers in a country that we're not even open to do actual distributorships yet. But it's a great way for them to start their biohacking journey so that when we're ready to open, they're ready to be your business partners. So being a first-time network marketer, I knew that I needed to find something that had a proven system. If I'm going to do something for the first time, I want to be able to be successful and not have to figure everything out. So I looked for a team. I looked for an opportunity where there was things in place that could help me. I had always had that dream of having a laptop lifestyle. I'm sure you've seen all those pictures with people's feet in the beach in the background, and they say that they're working. Well, what LifeVantage has done is they've taken this a major step forward. With social sharing and with the LifeVantage app, we can actually build our business from anywhere that we have cell phone service or Wi-Fi. You can build an international business from your cell phone, and it's free, this app. But keep in mind, you always get to connect with the team for people to help you, but this is your business, so you're in business, but you're never by yourself. We always have regional events for training, which this coming Saturday is LifeVantage Academy. And if you're checking out LifeVantage as a business opportunity, I suggest asking, where is the closest opportunity for you to attend a LifeVantage Academy this weekend, and go. See what kind of training that we have available to you. And then we also have our corporate events. In July, we're having our 10-year anniversary party. We just turned 10, and it's going to be a big party. And we're going to be in Kansas City celebrating with the whole corporation. So super excited about that. But again, guys, you get to take control on your terms. This is your opportunity to start your business with LifeVantage and take advantage of our LifeVantage 10-year anniversary mania that Dondee's going to talk about here in just a minute. Continuing with the proven system, additional tools that you get is this replicated website where you can share information on the products, the business, what a biohacker even is, and the opportunity with your friends and family members. And this is also a free addition to your business. And let's just make it really simple and easy to have customers check out directly into your organization. You've had a conversation with somebody you care about, and they know that these products are important. You know what they're interested in. You create this shopping cart on your replicated website, send them the link, and all they have to do is put in their personal information, payment information, and check out, just like that. Or how about if we make it even quicker and easier? If you use the LifeVantage app, you will have already input their personal information into the app. And when you do the shopping cart, personal information will auto-populate. And so the only thing that they'll need to complete is payment information, and they will have products on the way to their door. Easy peasy, just like that, building your business. So in network marketing, we've heard all kinds of things, but two things that we really want to address tonight for you is, number one, nobody makes any money in network marketing. And number two, only the people at the top make the money. So I'm going to address number one right now with these network marketing facts. So in 2011, $158 billion was spent in network marketing on products or services that were provided by a network marketing company. And this is in billions of dollars. It's $158 billion. In 2017, that jumped up to $189 billion spent in network marketing services or products. Now, the reason why this is so important is that on average, network marketing companies pay out 40% of every single dollar to the people that share the information. People like Dondee and I and you that get to make some phenomenal money sharing great products. With LifeVantage, it's even more than that.
That's right. It all comes down to timing. First, is it the right timing for a business like this? Well, just ask the question, is there anybody that you know that is looking for natural products to become healthier instead of pharmaceutical products? And the other question that goes along with that is, do you know anybody who's looking to make some extra money, either on a side hustle, side gig, second job? Those are the two questions that we're looking at to even make this relevant. Well, the world is filled with both. So let's now ask the question, is it the right time for you? If you're like me and you're like most people, you want two things to happen. Someone else to give an experience or some direction on something you're not familiar with, or someone else to have an experience. So let's just talk about cell phones since we're talking about them. Remember when the iPhone 1 came out? People with their Androids, or people that had the BlackBerry or the Crackberry like I had, I didn't go for the iPhone. I wanted to see someone else make a mistake on that phone because I loved my BlackBerry. So the Apple 1, the Apple 2, I was waiting for someone else to have an experience. The Apple 3 wasn't for me. I got my first with an Apple 4 thanks to influence by Marci. But I wanted someone else to have an experience because I didn't have any problems with my BlackBerry. Business is no different. People want to see someone else have an experience, especially if they're hearing about something for the very first time, or maybe someone else's opinion. People say, well, I want to see what my doctor says about this. Fantastic. Or you want someone else to give you an opinion on something you're hearing about for the first time. That's just human nature, and we should do that. That represents the red curve that you see there. So if you see that red-shaped bell curve, the innovators on the left, those are the people that went for the iPhone 1, 2, and 3. The early adopters are the people like me that waited for the iPhone 4. The early majority were waiting for someone else to have an experience and somebody to give their input on something. Well, how does that whole thing orchestrates over time? As Marci told you, we're about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. We are publicly traded on the NASDAQ, so all those questions you need to ask are already answered. You just have to find whether this is right for you. And that blue curve that you see there, representative of what is called the business S-curve, where you see that asterisk, which is where momentum starts, that's when massive attention comes to what we have. And I already told you, and you already know, there's people looking for other ways to make money, and there's people looking for natural products over pharmaceuticals. They just haven't heard about it yet. But when they do, and momentum happens, when you get involved in the business, you capitalize on all that growth. That's what is in your hands right now. So how do we get involved? Well, because it is the LifeVantage 10-year anniversary mania, we are giving away starter kits for free. Starter kits come with all of our packs. And the ones you see on the screen now, we call it fast tracking with a pack. Both of our packs that I listed here, they'll have low startup costs with incredible high upscale potential as far as earning is concerned, but it kind of just depends on how you want to get involved. The people that get involved on the gold pack, which are people that usually are employed doing something else, and that is their vision, they get some of our products. They get the most popular products that most people are using. And for $650, if you look closely, you get almost $930 of product alone for $650. And we haven't even talked about the assets yet. I'll talk about that here in a second.
And it's only $600.
It's only $600 because the $50 is covered. That's the free starter kit. But if you look to the right, the next one over, our platinum pack. That is what most people that want to build a business come in on. You get all of our products. You get a ticket like you do with the gold pack to our next corporate or regional event, like Marci said. But what it comes with this is, if you look there, almost $2,000 worth of product alone for $1,200, because again, the $50 starter kit is free. But I want you to point you now to what comes with this. As Marci said, it comes with the corporate team. And they've got tons and tons of training. It comes with the promotions, but it also comes with the production. You don't have to make your own products. They're made for you. Quality control to make sure those are great products is done in-house. Shipping. There's no home deliveries, guys and gals. It is something the company handles for you. Customer service is handled. We have an entire phone room of hundreds of people that are answering questions 24/7. We have website people, IT people to keep your free website going. We do advertising, marketing. Legal and compliance. How important do you think it is to have a legal and compliance department when you're talking about consumable products?
Huge.
How about critically important? That is all in place for you for free and comes with the assets with both of those packs. Accounting, making sure checks go out, making sure people get paid, and events and promotions to make sure the world knows about what we're doing. That is what we call fast tracking with a pack. Pick yours, gold or platinum. Now, how do we get paid? Because it all comes down to making money. Well, as Marci and I were talking about the products, the people that may have popped into your head that could benefit from products like that, that's going to be your network of consumers. You share the product information with them and they purchase what they're looking for. They're looking for the benefit of this, then they would naturally purchase that product. But what about the people that you know that have a second and third and job and they work weekends and they never see their family? Because not only do they have one job, they've got four. Those may be the people that could become your network of business partners or distributors. That is what that we share with this for people so they can become their own boss, like Marci and I both did 8 and 10 years ago, respectively. So it works this way. We pay you get paid in two different categories, multiple ways, but we get paid weekly and we get paid monthly. Weekly, you're probably already used to. You do something and you get paid. We have what we call our smart start bonuses in that category, and launch bonuses to help you get profitable. You put in some effort, you recruit somebody, you get some payment coming back. But the bonus, and what I call the secret sauce in this, and where the true magnitude of leveraged income comes in, is where we get paid monthly, our royalty commissions. Because literally, I got involved in this company 10 years ago, Marci a little over 8 years ago, and we are literally getting paid every month for people that we signed up 8.5 and 10 years ago. That's called leveraged income. We're getting paid on stuff we did 10 years ago, as well as the stuff we did last week. But how many people with jobs can say that? That's the critical bonus and big difference. Generational matching bonus so that people help people. Most people who join network marketing have never done it before. So there's incentives to be helped by people. So when they get paid, we get paid. It's how it works. We have elite pools. We encourage you. We have revenue sharing. The top 4 ranks of our company share 4% of global revenue every single month. And we're talking big money. We'll talk, and I'll show you on the next slide. And we have rank bonuses. So when you rank advance, you get paid too. We also have what we call our My Life Venture program, where the company literally gives away $25,000 gifts for free for you building your business as a reward, like Jeeps and $25,000 checks and all kinds of other options. Those are the 2 most common. So when we're talking about this, how far can we take it? As Marci said previously, we are a publicly traded company. This is called our earnings claim statement. So, and everything that we publish as a publicly traded company must be accurate. So I want you to focus from left reading right, the 3rd column, which is our monthly average, down to the dollar. Because everybody can be average. Now, yes, people can make more, but we want to talk about something that applies to everyone. And we want to talk about real life-changing money. So look at what we call our Pro 3. $636 per month of residual income, or almost $7,700 a year. what would the average American family that you know of right now would do with an extra $7,700 a year? It would give them more choices. And most people can build a Pro 3 business within their first 6 months. And they do it part-time, following a system with the help of a team. But let's take it another step. How about the next blue line you see there, our Premier Pro 5, $2,900 a month on average, or an extra $35,000 a year. This is life-changing for people. This is when they take vacations, get that new car, put the braces on the kids' teeth that have needed it without having to worry about taking out a loan. This changes the family dynamics, and this is something we do on a daily basis. Marci and I have been able to reach an Elite Pro 9 position, but I want you to look at the Elite Pro 7. How many people would love to be home raising their children the way we do? They just don't have the financial means to do so. Would an extra $12,000 a month or an extra $150,000 a year give you that? It would give you and your spouse that. And we love putting people in that position with our company. And again, because we're publicly traded, this is a matter of public record. We're doing this every single day. So we would love you to be the next family that we help do this.
Wow. So it's all about options or choices, right? So every single one of us is born and every single one of us is going to die. There's no choice in that, right?
We're not getting out alive.
It's just that dash in between. What are you doing with it? So we've all been taught and trained about the traditional plan, right? Where you grow up, you go to school, you choose what type of career you want to have or job you're going to get, and you go and do it. You give your time 40 to 50 hours every single week minimum for a minimum of 40 to 50 years for someone else, helping them grow their dream while you're just earning a living, hoping that at some point in time, you're going to reach an age to where you can retire and hopefully have some livable years left.
Right.
Well, how about this new option, this new opportunity that we're showing you with LifeVantage? Just adding in just one additional decision after you've gotten to the age of deciding what type of a job or career you're going to have. Just add in this side gig, working in the nooks and crannies in your life. Decide to make a commitment for 5 to 10 years to reach whatever level it was that you saw on that income disclosure statement on the last slide, to be able to work really hard with a team, earning while you're learning, building your dream, so that once you reach that goal of yours, you can then live the life that you've always wanted to live, doing whatever you want, with whomever you want, wherever you want, no matter how much it costs, and being able to serve in a way that you never thought possible, because when you have a lot of money, you can do a lot more good. So this is an additional option that you now have with the information we've shared with you. But please, never depend on a single income stream. You always need to make an investment of your time and effort, as well as a financial investment to get started, to be able to create that second source. And why not do it with a company that believes this, that we make the world a better place with the LifeVantage legacy? We're not just talking about ourselves. This is not about us. This is about the world and helping people have smiles around the world by helping them have better opportunities. These are just some of the organizations that we've partnered with over the past 10 years, spreading hope and dreams to those people that never thought that they would. Currently, we are partnered with Families Helping Families down in Puerto Penasco, Mexico, where throughout the year we raise the money. And then after Christmas and over New Year's, we go down to Puerto Penasco and build homes for families that would never have the opportunity to have their own home any other way. It is such an amazing way to be able to give back. And by the way, guys, I would tell you that network marketing is the most honorable way to earn a living, because you don't earn until you've helped someone else earn, which is such a blessing. So guys, we are so excited that you decided to spend this time with us tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for doing that. Please go back to the person that invited you here tonight and tell them thank you, and let them know on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you fall? How excited are you? Are you an 8, 9, or 10? Let's get you started right now in building that LifeVantage leveraged income that is an asset, willable for generations to take care of your family. If you're a 5, 6, 7, let us know what you need to see or hear to be able to move you up that scale so that we can get you started as soon as possible on this journey. And if you're below that, or you just don't see yourself as being a network marketer, that's okay. It's not for everybody. Just make sure that you get with the person that invited you here so that you can get your shopping cart started, because these products are products that every single person that breathes needs to have in their bodies and on their bodies. Okay. Again, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us tonight on this Tuesday.
I want to leave you guys with a pretty cool story I just heard. The #1 sports video game sold in the entire world has to do with soccer. The game from EA Sports is called FIFA 19. That's this year's version of it. Some guys that were playing the game had some of their friends come over and was kind of razzing them and teasing them about that business side thing they got going on. But the person who was teasing them also had the FIFA 19 game at home. So the guy capitalized on it, opened up the game, and chose the team that has this jersey. And to be able to be playing a video game with your company name on the jersey with your disbelieving friend on a big screen TV in your living room was just a cool story to truly understand. This guy who was criticizing the guy didn't truly know how big this was, but how many people can say their company name is in the best-selling video game, not in America, in the whole world, because it deals with the #1 sport in the whole world, soccer. Cool story. So I just want to leave you guys with that. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you all.